All right. This is a really, really, really fucking important topic, and because of how important it is, we are doing the one, the only, the most important thing we can do with this, because literally there's no better way to have me talk at and yell at a YouTube video than paint. I'm writing to rant about Facebook and live stream music is productive for 2020. Oh yeah, no, absolutely. Oh fucking absolutely. Ranting in 2020 is basically therapy at this point in time. But the left and the unity held therein. Now, there's a lot of really, really funny memes, at least in my opinion, about all of this shit, and I think it's actually depressing. The memes are great, but it's depressing. Let's be honest here. Um, I might not even need paint, but fuck it, we're gonna do it anyway. I don't care. So, paint. Ta-da! Why am I talking about leftist unity, and what does it mean, and why is it fucking important? Let's go ahead and do this. The left. I need to enlarge. No, fuck you. Oh, god damn it. Fucking hate my fingers. God. Ugh. Alright. The left. Actually, I'm not even going to do this. I'm going to do something even better because, yeah, I can. Alright, this is the political spectrum. You have, of course, a crooked line. I don't care. Oh, isn't there like I can hold shift or something? Yeah, look at that. Alright. This is your political spectrum. This is your... Whoa! No! Whoa! Jesus! What the hell? I don't want a red line. Knock that shit off. Alright. Now, of course, you have over here, you have your right. Ooh, I want it bigger. 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 This is your right. This is your left. This is your authoritarian side. And then, of course, this is your, I don't remember, libertarianism. Now, the right, of course, we know what the right means and we know what the left means. You know, and I've talked about this before in another video, or at least the left and right and the political spectrum and all that kind of fun shit. But haven't really talked about authoritarianism and libertarianism, at least in a non-shitty American sense, because American libertarianism is actually kind of like, I'm gonna do this in pink because that would piss them off. This is American libertarianism. They're just up here with authoritarianism. They're just, I mean, you have to be, in order to attain what they want, it has to be so ideologically close to fascism that it might as well be. I made that argument here before, and I will defend that argument. I will continue to defend and make that argument. Anyway, so, yeah, have fun with that one, buddy. Listen. I'm more of a woman than you'll ever have. Hope you enjoy that. But, so when we're looking at why the left is failing in the culture war and why we're having so many goddamn problems in what's happening is we're going to take, I'm going to make little people. There's a little person body. Here's a little person. Yeah, that's good enough for a person. Sure. Whatever. Alright, here's my little person. We're going to put these around, you know, kind of move them around here. Have some... What the fucking... Oh, God damn it. You know, I really should be doing this in GIMP. Whatever. Fuck it. At any rate, there's more people down here. I'm going to call all these little circles people. You know, we have all these people over here on the authoritarian right, all over the place, right? And then we have some libertarian rights. Not as many. Really, really not as many. You just don't see it. Then you have a lot of dumbass, fucking tanky, authoritarian. You know what? I'm gonna undo all those circles because they're all fucking tankies and they all fucking suck and they're all getting green. They're getting green. Fuck them. I hate tankies. Tankies are not tolerated. Trump is alpha. Yeah. That's what you think. Trump is a beta male. Like, literally, he fucking pays for sex. What alpha pays for fucking sex, buddy? You? Are you alpha enough to pay for sex? No, buddy, get the fuck out of here. Nice meme, though. And then we have the true enlightened, and purple's my favorite color, libertarian left. And we're all down here, and we're actually kind of a bit of a big-ish group. He pays once, yeah, no, he pays when his actual wife won't give it to him because she fucking hates his guts too. Oh, and he pays kids for it, buddy. Get the fuck out of here. Jesus Christ, Trump's a pedo. All right, so now when I say leftist unity, what am I talking about? First of all, I want to talk about how unity on the right works because it's important to understand the enemy. And I'm not saying like, oh, the right is all enemies. What I'm saying is a lot of the major political players, like, yeah, no, you know, hey, guess what? You had some nice memes in here, but you get in a timeout. I don't give a shit. No, you're just out here memeing. Fuck out of here. If you don't like it, deal with it. I'm not putting up with that shit today. Any rate, have fun though. You know, you're welcome to stay and watch and maybe learn something. But looking through here, what does unity mean? Especially in the context, oh shit, no, I want this. I'm gonna add some more circles over here because I got time to do it. What does unity mean? Now, unity, specifically in the context of the right, they'll look at something and they'll say, oh, you have a goal of enduring capitalism. Pretty milquetoast goal for most rightists. You have a goal of getting bigger corporations, of giving the wealthy more money, giving just a couple more down here. And so they'll look and they'll say, you know, we'll make a nice little distinction that right around this area over here, like this way, this far, this is open racism. And we're gonna drop the size of this text down to like 11. We're gonna drop the size of this text down to like 11. This is racism. Like, these people over here are full-on fuck you racists. These people might be, actually, I would even argue that way over here is capitalism. Like, let's be real. Let's be fucking real. Way over here, this is capitalism. This is big business. This is strong military. And I'm just putting this over here as, you know, kind of like the gauge points for everything, right? Now, on the left, or on the right, say these, like, openly avowed racists over here. No, I want this. These openly, god damn it, I want this. These openly avowed racists over here, they know that they have a goal of an ethno-state. Yeah, they all have the goal of an ethno-state. But they look at the people in this section and they say, oh, you know, I want a strong military as well. I know that you want a strong military. I'm willing to offer up a little bit of ground, put on a mask, go through, not be full out, racist, not be full out JQ Nazi, and say, yeah, I'm with you. We agree on this. We're allies. And they will go through and they will align themselves to reach similar goals. So if the goal is to increase military funding, then they will work together on that goal. They won't sit down and they won't say, "Oh, well, you're not as far to the right as I am, so I can't work with you." Similarly, for people who want strong military, they want a big business, and not all big business people want a super strong military. It's pretty evenly tied, but there's starting to be some. But they'll go through and they'll start pulling people even down here, and and now they'll say, yeah, we'll start working together with you because we want to obtain this. And now you have this huge section. We're down here, and even over here, when people are talking about preserving capitalism, they'll work over here with them. They'll say, hey, we can work with you. We want your vote because we want the same things as you, even though not saying, yeah, but I secretly also, even though they won't secretly, they'll sit there and cackle and say, well, I don't actually agree with this, but I'm gonna pretend I do, and shit like that. Now, when you're looking at this situation and you're kind of talking about this and you're understanding why this, and that's why the right is becoming so prominent, at least in America. And I'm considering this to be the American political spectrum, not an international one, because it's, yeah. Ooh, sorry. Now, they will work together. They will look at this and say, we have similar goals. The left, on the other hand, up here, you would basically have communists. And I'm using a very specific definition of communism to drive a very specific point home. And down here, we'd have socialists. Now, when you are considering what and why, looking through all of this, the people up here and they're saying their argumentation for the proletariat, which is, if you don't know, the proletariat is basically the working class. These people here, we'll say these people here are all communists, and they say, I want communism. I want the government, and the definition of communism I'm using for this is the government owns enterprise. And not just a couple, the bigger stuff. They own almost everything. There's some smaller independent stuff, but really non-existent. It's not a common thing. You might find a little bit every here and there. Where down here, this group, and this is actually kind of where I am, you say, I want socialism. I don't want the government. I want the government to provide for certain basic things, internet, utilities. I want them to have regulations as far as housing goes. I would even put in government-sponsored housing down here, but it gets really weird, so I don't really want to get into that right now. There's a lot of really weird questions on that, but effectively for base level low-income housing, I think the government should be sponsoring that. But they look at all of the businesses and everything should be owned by the workers, and that's what socialism is: the proletariat owning the means of the workers owning their own means of production. Because of course, if you know anything about Marx and leftist political theory, you have proletariat and bourgeois, and that's a whole other conversation for another time. But the proletariat is the working class. Even if you were to be an owner of a small independent business outfit that you were to make some decent money at, you would still be a proletariat, objectively or ostensibly. I wouldn't include those. When I'm talking the bourgeois, I'm talking the people who are ultra wealthy, they're $100 million a year, never have. They're just making too much money, and they're making so much money that they can't spend it in their lifetime, like Jeff Bezos. Ooh, sorry. Now, my chair keeps sinking, and I have to keep readjusting it. Now, when we're looking at this and we're understanding what I mean by leftist unity is, we're going to take a real simple, pretty milquetoast taste as far as Medicare for all. MFA. MFA, Medicare for All. Now, this is a pretty milquetoast leftist take. You're not going to find anyone on the left side that's going to look at this and say, yeah, we should be offering health care. What you will see, though, is even though this is a unifying leftist principle, this group here purity tests this group here and says, I won't work with you because your end goal is not the exact same as mine. Now, this is a similar idea with woke scolds, and I'm not really going to get too far into woke scolds because there's a lot to unpack there. But suffice it to say, it is a very real thing that happens. Or it is a very real thing out there. Or they'll say, well, you know, we'll put BLM, like BLM is like right here, to be honest. And some people who will look at someone and say, like, you'll have someone like me who says, I don't necessarily believe that everyone who is marginalized always has the best ideas. I do think that we should listen to them, but I don't think they always have the best ideas. And I can cite an example for this. Perfect example is Blair White. She's a shitty conservative grifter. She has the worst ideas, objectively speaking, for the trans community. Like, and I'm sure that's like the most milquetoast take you're ever gonna find on Blair White. But you know, she looks at this and she says, you know, oh well, you know, gender's, you know, like what is it? She believes in fucking. Oh God, I can't remember the name. But basically, you have to have dysphoria to be trans, and you know. That's the point that I'm making is, you know, you're not going to listen to Blair White on what she says, but, you know, you probably should listen to, you know, that doesn't mean you shouldn't listen to trans people. But the idea is when you're considering the left, the greater left, is if you have someone who is over here who says, I am 100% about paid students. And this is like pretty big brain leftist stuff right here. Like, there's not a lot of people advocating for this. I'm one of them. I like paying our students. I think that you should. I think if you're in a school, you absolutely should be for paying your students. Like, I'm sorry, you're doing a job. You are actually contributing to society. I know it might not seem like that at first, but you are. You absolutely are. So you'll have some people over here who say, like, say this is the paid students crowd, right? These are the people here who want paid students. And you'll have a bunch of people over here who, they're okay with capitalism, but they also support Black Lives Matter. You will have people here who look at this group and say, oh, you support capitalism. I refuse to work with you. So this group, this connection does not exist. They don't work with them because they don't see. They say, your goals are antithetical to mine because you want to uphold capitalism. And that's where this misconnect drives. Now, it's a huge fucking problem, and I'm really kind of sick and tired of it because you can't actually have a conversation with someone. And I actually got kicked out of a group on Facebook this week because, you know, I was trying to draw a point about, you know, voting for Biden. And I've made this point before, and I'll make this point again. Voting for Biden absolutely is harm reduction. I'm riding with Biden all the way to the polls. I don't care. Like, don't like that, whatever. But I've made that point before, and I'll continue making it. You know, these people would look at me, and like I said, I'm going to use this for me. I'm like way fucking down here. This is me. No, I want this. Yeah, there. Yeah, I want that color. That's me. That's where I'm at. People will look at me and say, no, I'm not going to work with you because you're voting for Biden. You know, like, say this section here, this is all Bernie or Busters. B. O. B. Bernie or Bust. This section down here is all Bernie or Busters, right? They look at me and say, well, you're going to vote for Biden. You don't. We're not going to. Like, I want my purity. Actually, let me see if I can't find this video because I think it's important. It was a TikTok video, and I'm going to actually include it in here because it kind of goes with this whole idea of leftist unity. And it actually really no, where the fuck can I find it? This is a YouTube stream. Right here. This is a YouTube streamer I watch called Vosh. But this was posted on his subreddit, and I think it's important, so we're gonna watch it. Oh God, Jesus Christ! All right.
Why are you crying, little girl? It's because you've been in a detention camp for weeks and you haven't seen your parents? That's terrible. Well, at least the Democratic establishment learned their lesson. Ma'am, why are you crying? Oh, it's because the Supreme Court overturned Roe v. Wade, and now you can't get access to safe reproductive health care, and now you're gonna have to risk your health and safety to get an abortion? Well, at least we don't have Kamala Harris as a vice president. Oh my God, are you okay? That looked like a tough fall. Let me call you an ambulance. Beep, 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 beep. Wait, what? You're one of the 22 million people who lost their health care when the Republicans repealed the Affordable Care Act? Well, damn it. Well, Biden only wanted to cover 97% of people, and either everyone has health care or no one gets it. I'm sorry. Hey, Earth, you don't look too good. Oh, you're dying because Trump rolled back environmental regulations and pulled us out of the Paris Climate Accords? Well, at least I get to keep my sense of moral superiority.
And that's what I'm talking about in like a perfect nutshell. And I'm sure that, once I make this into a YouTube video, people are going to be, clipping me out of and whatever and yelling at me. I don't care. It's going to happen. Whatever. Let it happen. But the point that I'm making here is people look into all of this stuff and they literally will go through an act and be like, well, I'm holding my moral superiority because I don't think Biden and Trump are any different, when it's actually not true. They are very different. There's an infographic that needs to get updated, but let me see if I can't find it. I saw it on Facebook. I actually used it on Facebook a couple days ago. Yeah, this isn't is this yeah, right here. Okay. So, and this is kind of the point that God damn it, why can't I fucking find this shit? It's too tiny. Literally, like, it would be all crunched and scrunched anyway. Or if I, excuse me, showed it. Alright, perfect. Alright, here is the image. And this is kind of why I'm bringing this up. Because we don't actually look at anything or the left doesn't look at anything in a unified standpoint. You don't look at anything and say, well, in order to get my eventual goals, I need to make small steps towards them and work within the systems I have, like a proletariat revolution. They just look at it and says, no, revolution right now. We're just going to go fight. They don't instead say, hey, maybe the conditions aren't ready yet, and too many people will get hurt, so let's try and do what we can within the framework that we have to enact as much as we can. And that's what that video was just talking about, and that's what this infographic is actually talking about. Now, this isn't 100% accurate. The fracking is incorrect. The person who made this but Dario is going to be putting another one out. I don't know when that will happen, but they're going to be putting another one out. So it was really important. I thought it was actually really interesting to say. I'm going to actually, I don't know if I can, I'm going to see if I can't put that somewhere on my channel, or, you know what, better yet, if you want to see that, we're going to go, and it will be in my, do I have a politics section in here? I don't. Okay. I'm gonna put it in my. I'm gonna put my Discord server. I'll make like an important info channel, and I'm gonna put it in here. Whoa, no, I want to go to here. And actually, I'll lock this channel down later. But if you want to come in and, if you want to, I will try and start using my Discord more. There's just fucking no one in it right now. But, I want to. If you type in !Discord, you can join it if you want. Or you can find it on my YouTube channel, which you can type in !YouTube and get to my YouTube channel. But that's what I mean by leftist unity, because a lot of leftists won't look at this and they won't work together like the right does. The right works together. The right forms coalitions. The left, ostensibly, you'll find people like me who I'm more than willing to form coalition. I'm more than willing to form coalitions. I don't care. Like, as much as I don't like tankies, I don't care if this person's a tanky. If they say they want Medicare for all, let's do it. Let's fucking do it. I'm down. I'm 100% down with you. If this person here wants to elect Bernie, yeah, no, we're fucking doing this. We're doing that. Like, I'm 100% there for it. Now, we're not going to get another Bernie run, but you understand the point. And this is why, ostensibly, the left side of politics is losing our culture war. A lot of people will say, it's actually not a very uncommon take, but to be a leftist to suffer, I'll work with sock dems. I don't care. Yeah, sure, no, that's fine. I don't care, because guess what? A sock dem, I can still work with a sock dem up to in order to enact positive change and positive outcomes. And better yet, I can have meaningful conversations with a sock dem and potentially try and sell them further on my leftist views. Easy. 100% easy. It's called coalition building. You have to do coalition building. You can't get anywhere in the world without doing coalition building. You know, like, if someone way over here, if this person, like, say someone way over here wanted Medicare for all, I'll work with them. Sure, yeah, fuck it. I doubt they do, but I'll work with them. I don't care. That's not something to lead me away, because, like, and it's important too that you recognize you need to agree on a solution, not agree on a problem. Oh, I know. There's a lot of leftists that are shitty fucking people, and I'm trying my best as a leftist to not give leftists that name. I'm trying to, like, make people who are leftists understand that, if you just accuse everyone of being a liberal, you're gonna get nowhere and you're just gonna suffer more. But that's not always the case. I get it. I fucking hate these people because they literally just are, like, woke schools that don't actually care. Because if they actually cared, they would understand you need to work together. They would understand you need to have unity. And, even liberals or whatever, I'll work with. I don't, like, if it's to help enact positive change, yeah, I'll work with you. I don't mind. We're not going to agree on everything. We're probably going to disagree on a few things, but I'm not going to sit down and be like, I will never form a political coalition with you because you don't agree with me on everything. No, that's absolutely wrong. That's absolutely a wrong way to go about it. And you can't sit here and think that, oh, this is like the perfect way to handle this. It's ridiculous to think so. Yeah, no, not having some sort of unity on the left spectrum of American politics, and I'm specifically referring this to American politics. So in all reality, I would actually be like, let's be honest here, I would be like way off to the side. Like, I'm not even on this American spectrum. Like, yeah. Like, people, like, the thing is people don't understand is that, the left is important and the center is important. What's wrong and what's not good praxis is this both sides bullshit. They are different. Like, Republicans and the Democrats are fundamentally different. But people make the mistake of saying, well, because they both support capitalism, they're not. Yes, it is me. There's also people who don't like electoralism and therefore refuse to vote. Yeah, well, and that's the thing is, electoralism is the system that we have, and we have to actually engage inside this system. If we don't engage inside this system, we don't engage at all. Like, also, but thank you, Arcomatic, for stopping in. I appreciate that. But yeah, if we don't engage in electoral, like, if you're not going to engage in electoralism, you're not going to be effective. Period. Like, do I want to see a ranked choice popular voting system? Absolutely. Am I going to not vote because we don't have that? No, absolutely not. I'm going to vote. I'm going to do everything I can to enact the change I want to see. And that's the whole point here. That's where I feel that people on the left are failing. And at some point, I'm probably going to be doing some sort of, like, video essay on this. But for now, I wanted to at least get something out here and kind of start talking about this because it's happening way too fucking often to ignore.